live.
Shalom. We got sound. We are 100%.
To my knowledge, we should be good. Somebody's going to check.
I'm about to check real quick. Check.
And we'll have somebody, y'all bishops, make sure this goes on the various channels.
Hey, shalom. Yeah, we are the brothers of the Great Millstone from the branch of Chicago, the Chicago heads. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work with truth and sincerity. All right, to the scattered elect and to the few aqua that are listening and learning. Yeah, we're gonna go in on this video of this brother named Marcus Rogers. Again, I received this video from my sister, and the brother started off. He started off real strong, and then he crashed and burned. And one of the reasons is that from what he's saying in the video, he's really pro-American. He wants America to go on. All right, and the true men of the Lord wants America not to go on, so that the kingdom of heaven can come in. You have to understand. You cannot, Revelation 2:26, Psalms 2:28. You cannot have an American government, a Japanese government, a Russian government, a German government, or a Chinese government when the kingdom of heaven comes in. Because when the kingdom of heaven comes in, all principalities, all nations and hills and mountains that represent the nations have to be done away with. They won't have a voice. They won't have an opinion. They're gonna have to bow down to the children of Israel. And the 144,000 is gonna be your new governing body under the authority of Yahweh Shai and King David. And that's simply what it's going to be. Point blank, period.
I got the Psalms for you.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 2 and verse 8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession."
Right, because in this video, you can just fast forward to where his mask is off, because he still be able to. There you go. All right. Because he's for pro-American and pro-Christians, right? What kind of the only real Christians were the Israelites, and he does mention the Israelites, and to me, what I get from this is a man that's been watching a lot of Israelite videos, and probably more IOGCC or whatever you call them, bubbleized guys, right? Because it sounds like he understands that the Israelites are important. You know, but yet he's still pushing a pro-Christianity and a pro-America thing. All right? And like I said, as the brother was reading, go ahead and finish that scripture.
This is Psalms 2 and 9. It says, "Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." Hey, and that's spiritual that the elder has said, that there would be a Chinese government or a Japanese government or any other government. Hey, because in the law it tells you that if you make a rule over your people, he has to be from your nation.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai, that's King David. You know,
that's right.
Goddamn, he's gonna be a ruler.
That's right. That's right. In Revelations 19:12, it says, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself." That's talking about Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly called Jesus. But it said, when the Lord,
crowns are defeated nations.
Exactly.
That's what it represents. If you remember the scene in the 300s, when he rolled up to Spartan, he had all the crowns and the heads of the kings that he had defeated. Right. That's representation of. Where do you think they got that scene from?
That's right.
That's right out the Bible, man.
That's right.
And it's funny that they use a dark flesh man, to ride up on the horse.
Right. You know what's spiritual? That in the second Spartans, where they had the woman, of course, you know, they threw that bullshit in there. They had the woman doing all the shit. She learned from that. They put dude back in the movie. She learned from the messenger who did that.
Right.
And he was standing at the top of the hill. You know what I'm saying? He trained the woman how to do battle.
Right.
And she was standing at the top of the hill, and she walked up to him and gave him the heads, man. So that's extra to what you were just saying, that they had a dark man doing it. She bowed down to him, and she gave him all the heads. In the second Spartans movie, man.
God.
I got a quick one for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms 47, starting with verse 1. "Oh, clap your hands, all you people, shout unto Yahweh with the voice of triumph. For Yahweh Most High is terrible. He's a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us,
That's right.
and the nations under our feet.
Ooh,
He shall choose our inheritance for us, in the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved.
Could you read that again? That's the key.
Psalms 47, I'll go straight to the point. Verse 2. Yeah, for 1. Oh, clap your hands, all ye people. Shout unto Yahweh with a voice of triumph.
Hallelujah.
For Yahweh Most High is terrible.
Why do people think the Most High is all just ice creams and sprinkles and cotton candy and roses and cotton balls?
It's ignorant people, man, because it's not. Hey, Esau know what the fuck going on. Like Kapatas out when we was at the crib and I bought out that episode of Black Mirror, and the dude was in a spaceship, the nigga that looked like Matt Damon. And he said, what I'm gonna do to you, he couldn't describe a word. But it showed you how Esau know. He said, I'm gonna do this shit gonna be so, it's gonna be fucking biblical how I hurt you motherfuckers. That show you that the elites, like the other possible bar, to bring out the elites and the directors, they know what's up.
That's
but
right.
when they can't describe something that's terrible, they say it's just gonna be biblical, which shows you they know the God of the Bible is about destruction.
That's right. And if you go back into what
yeah,
the scripture said, we call him Al-Shajah. It said by my name I wasn't known. They used to call him Al-Shajah. Al-Shajah means is great demon-like power. You know what I'm saying? Why would the people call him a great demon-like power? Because his power was terrifying.
What they showed you, they were terrified of him, and they didn't know his name, and they were trying to give him some sort of credence.
That's right. And say, you don't mess with this guy, because if he on his bad side, he gonna fuck your ass up. And you got to know the Lord he's merciful to those who are obedient, but he's vicious to those who are wicked. And that's perfect balance, man. Do what's right, you'll get the good side. Do what's wrong, you will be destroyed. What's the verse?
Verse 3. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, not giving our glory to another nation.
That's right.
That's basically
The
what this
excellency
guy
of
was saying.
Jacob, whom he loved. So the Lord is going to put all these other nations under our feet.
And he got 400,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this one video, 100,000 views.
Because he's speaking right. Because people they go to show you, there's still a lot of lost people out there. And then he's speaking things that sound good to them. All right, those smooth words. Speak unto us smooth things. All right, which is probably why my sister has been watching this guy instead of watching me. And I said, he's talking about stuff that you heard from me 10 years ago.
He wasn't even bringing those scriptures out all the time we was watching.
He didn't bring right. Matter of fact, I may have watched the whole video and I don't really recall him bringing out one scripture. He referenced the Bible
and a scripture here and there, but he didn't. That wasn't all about it. This is his website, Marcus Rogers Ministries.
Well, there it is.
There it is.
He's me, and he got crackers in there. He got everybody in there. Oh, this is before the.
Yeah, so he got Edomites in there. So that's what I mean. He's talking about Christians.
Right?
So all of a sudden,
See, but you know what I see right here? It's all about him.
Yeah.
It's about him.
Yeah.
It's about him. This is this is not. That's not how the Lord say we're supposed to do what we do. He's a Christian.
Yeah, he's an Israelite Christian.
Exactly. Yeah.
He entered into another way.
Exactly.
I got a couple precepts for you.
Booking request. He's about money. Filthy lucre. Come on, man.
Okay.
Right. Through the fire to be on fire. So he got a hell doctrine. Yeah. So, but and it also seems that he does not understand that the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of man. As a matter of fact, somebody get that. I think that's a Daniel. And somebody give me a Psalms 75 and 7.
75 and 7.
Come on, let El Quad bring out the scriptures.
It's Daniel 2 and 44.
Perfect.
In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Put show his congregation again. Why you got to overread that?
Slack it.
Put a face on
Would you read that again about the show?
Daniel 2:44. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Now we know that the Bible is specifically talking about the Israelites. That's right. All right. So, and there's other people in his congregation. Now, unless they all just happen to be speckled birds,
Right, that's
I-
what-
You know that's
and I highly doubt that that is the case.
I don't know about that guy. I don't know about that
No,
guy.
yeah, he's
I don't know
got
about
no
that
sauce.
guy. I don't know about that guy.
Close to the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Close
Oh,
to the
right.
camera.
Was this Roger?
Next to the S.
Yeah.
Next to the S and Roger. Closest to the
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, that's just the way she's sitting.
Yeah, they
Her body language is screaming Esau.
She got zebra shirt.
That's the way she.
She lives in Indiana.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy's clearly, you know, he's about that game, that lucre, man.
It's like the zeal will not according to knowledge.
He has a zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Can I get this Isaiah 42 real quick, just to preface the lesson? Isaiah 42:6, because this goes in hand with this. I, Yahweh, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison houses. I am the Lord, that is my name. Well, let me read that right. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praises to graven images. And that graven image is what they're calling on. What name you think they're calling on right here? What name you think that they're teaching in? They're not teaching in the name of Yahweh.
He's
Matter-
saying Christian, so
That's right.
we already know what the name they call him.
JC.
There you go.
Right, and Jesus nor Christ is the Lord's name.
That's right.
And if you can't acknowledge it or understand that, I mean, even the Jewish people call him Yeshua
That's right. Or Hashem.
or Hashem.
Hey, even the Catholic Church, they tell you that the name of the Lord is JESUS, but on their rosary they got IRNI. Isis Rex Arameus.
Mm-hmm.
So they got Isis on their shit, and they'll tell you to deal with JESUS. They know that's not the name of the Lord.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This going back to what the elder said earlier, man. This Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame mischief by law? Alright, because when the Lord comes back and rule, man, hey, ain't gonna be no unrighteous rulership in the earth, man. Everybody has to be under subjection under Yahweh Yahweh Shah, man. And they're gonna follow the law, statute, commandments of the Bible, man.
There we go. And exactly, because this man is not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Because I said when we were listening to his video that this man supports Trump, and that not only does he support Trump, but he supports America.
That's right.
This man is for America, and I got that clearly,
Just from the
which
video.
means he does not understand that this is Babylon the Great. This is the place that ought to be destroyed. Man. All right, but get that Daniel in that Psalms about the shop.
The one that
Psalm chapter 75, verse 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He put us down one and set us up another.
That's right.
Right.
Right. So Trump was put in office so that he could bring on World War III.
Right.
All right. And if you can't see that World War III is brewing, that it's already begun. All right. Because what Trump came into office, man, and what did he do? He got all these nations against the EU was already falling apart in NATO.
Yeah.
And now with this COVID virus, the talk among American allies and the other heathen nations is that this thing came out of America. America's media keeps saying China, but the rest of the world is saying America.
That's right.
You know, the rest of the world is saying no. This is an American thing. So you can clearly see how it says how how they hated the whore.
That's right.
All right, and Americans that whore, they gave everybody venereal disease, man, because everybody had a turn.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact, a couple of them had to turn at the same time.
Right. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men."
Right, and then the basis of man. This really pisses me off that my sister would even, because now knowing that he's a damn Christian pastor. You know, why the hell are you listening to a Christian pastor after that's been proven to be a lie and fallacy, and they don't go into prophecy?
That's right.
You ain't. What if you learn? You know, she told me with her own mouth that damn, everything you said has come to pass. Everything that you said in the Bible has come to pass. And why the hell are you listening to this fucking man? Excuse my French.
Because he can't give you the full credit.
Shit, I speak French.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs chapter 21, chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right, and so he turned it to whatsoever he will. So what he's saying, he's talking about the gay agenda and all this. He's coming against the typical things that are a so-called real Christian would. All right, but he's pro-America, as if America isn't the one. It's America as a whole that's behind the gay agenda, behind the LGBT agenda, behind the transgender. All that came out of America. Right, pedophilia, slavery, the creating of the classes of people that keeps people permanently poor, that keep other people permanently working, and keeps other people permanently wealthy. They created that, man.
That's the platform.
Basically, the platform on Netflix. Exactly, that is America. With the elites always being on those first couple levels, right, and everyone else down below, and the food runs out before it gets way to the bottom, man.
Same thing with Snowpiercer. The rich stayed in the front of the train and towards the back of it, which is your lower classes of people. And that's the whole setup of America.
They had them in the back eating protein blocks,
roaches,
and those blocks happen to be insects, and not the insects that are actually righteous for you to eat either.
Oh wow! I can't read this. This is show you your mindset, and then show you how spiritual men of the Lord are. Because we were watching the video, which we're going to play a little bit, and this is going to give insight. Because if you watch it, we pulled this out of the things he was saying, even though he didn't say it exactly like this is saying. But we knew through the spirit, this is where his spirit was at. And you can't mix any kind of Israelite and Israelite truth with Christian doctrine.
And that's
it
what
won't
he was
work.
doing.
It don't work. It
It's
won't
like
work.
Christian mingle, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right, brother. This ain't that mingled wine. All right. This is he said in his excerpt in his little excerptation about Trump. He said President Trump is like the pause button in the movie. They had a script. They had a plot, and Trump interjected himself in this without their approval and put a pause on what they had going on. Are you stupid? You really when anybody who goes against the elites, they just kill them. Now John F. Kennedy was an insider, but guess what?
So was Lincoln.
And so was Lincoln. But guess what? They went against the agenda, and when they went too far against it, they killed him.
And let me, now that you brought up Lincoln's name, let me just interject really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for the listening audience out there. Lincoln was not killed, all right, because he did not get put to death because he freed the slaves. Lincoln got put to death because he tried to bring back the gold standard. Same thing that the way Kennedy tried to bring back the silver standard.
That's right.
All right, and they don't talk about that part in history.
That's right.
They just make it like it was some disgruntled Southerners who were mad that they lost their slaves and put them right.
Set up false.
Right, because he was a banker's president, like they all were.
Oswald.
And the thing was is that they were trying to bring in the Federal Reserve way back then.
Yep.
They were trying to create their own, and Lincoln had gotten away of that and tried to keep the gold standard in place.
That's right. They tried to do it
And
before
they
that.
got rid of his ass as a result of it.
Mm-hmm. And then they said they want him out of the way so they can get back to pushing the agenda they have sold their souls to. The agenda of the spirit of the Antichrist. Everything they do is preparing and building the stage for the Antichrist to come in for Jesus.
Then all of a sudden he makes the Antichrist singular.
That's right.
All right, give me that scripture in 1 John.
That's right.
Right? I think it's 1 John 1:11 or 1:12 or something like that.
And then here go for Antichrist to come in and for Jesus to return.
Oh,
Prophecy is being fulfilled every day. Yeah. And you're on the wrong side of prophecy right now, brother.
Right, because the Lord is coming back with a sword, man.
that's right. That's
Right.
right.
Then he says, remember, Israel rejected the prophets and judges came and rebuked and warned them. And they, man,
This next, go ahead, brother. We got the
I
scripture.
got the John.
Go ahead.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come, even now, this is 2,000 some years ago, even now are there many Antichrists.
How many?
Many Antichrists.
What's the word many mean?
Many.
A
More than
lot.
a few.
All right.
Many. Plural. Plethora. All right.
Well, if you go into the definition of the word, anti is against, and Christ goes back to anointed in the Hebrew Mashiach. So that's and which is also for the Messiah. So it's anti-Messiah. Anybody who's against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his men in the gospel, is an antichrist. So this country, this globe, it's got billions of antichrists.
right? And America is one gigantic antichrist spirit.
That's
All
right.
right, because you celebrate Christmas, Halloween,
Easter.
Mother's Day, birthdays. You do all these things that the Bible speaks. They celebrate feminism. They celebrate all the alphabet, sex things, transgender thing, the pedophilia, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Hey, he want the other nations to make it. That ain't nothing, Lord.
They make
right.
economy out of abominable foods. All right,
That's right.
they make economy out of abominable foods. He's an antichrist because he's not even bringing out the name of the Lord.
That's right.
And he's giving the glory. Jeremiah. Is it 3:23? All right, because in vain do the other nations worship, man.
While they get that, look at this. He said President Trump is the last trumpet.
The last trumpet.
What?
Are you?
Are you serious? No.
And where is the scripture to back up anything he said there? There's no
You gonna be
scripture
destroyed at the
attached to
last
any of
trumpet.
his statements, man.
Well, if Trump is the last trumpet, then you would have to be saying that America's through there, because
That's
that's
right.
what the last trumpets
That's right.
represent. That's
Exactly.
Babylon.
I didn't say over here. I said he gonna get destroyed at the last trumpet. And you gonna die with this place, nigga.
Because when the last Trump, he said, because once he said, hold this, don't say nothing, hide this. All right, what's about to happen? That this gonna be utter destruction.
Hey,
Man.
look, Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is better than
Marcus Rogers is a false prophet, man. This dude is just simply a false prophet.
That's right, brother.
The rest is worse to come.
I know, right.
Okay.
Oh, no. That's why I highlighted it, brother. Salaki, brother. Give me 1 second. This is I'm trying to. Okay, President Trump is like the pause, but no, President. Oh, we did that. President Trump is the last trumpet. No president in recent history has fought for Christian rights and values as hard as him, whether you like him or not. This is the part that made me mad, right? God is giving America one more chance to repent and turn back to him before he allows America to get.
Is there a scripture attached to any of that?
Not one.
Hey, no, it's cool. It is. This second Esdras, it's two of them actually. What?
Hold on, while you getting there, I'm gonna finish reading
Let
it.
me grab it.
God is giving America one more chance to repent and turn back to him before he allows America to get the King Saul at once. Remember, Israel rejected the prophets and judges that came and rebuked and warned them. They preferred a king like the other nations.
And how is that relating to anything to America? I mean,
Or the scriptures, the gospel.
Capo, that's when you saw
Hey, you chicken fried niggas, man. You gonna quit playing with your Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
That's right. That's why the Most High is shutting you motherfucking churches down. These motherfucking church parking lots are empty. All right? You niggas that can't go and make your money. Now you got these goddamn wicked ass preachers saying, when you get your stimulus check, send it to the church. And Creek Flow said, send it under the door. Slide it under the door.
all right, you know what? They want, we do. Now that you said that, is there any way possible we can play that clip, that 3-minute clip of that Edomite going nuts about the stimulus check?
You know what? I'll find it. I see it.
I read it on Facebook.
That's why he did that.
Hey, somebody put it in the group.
Yeah, bring it out while he.
Early.
Right.
This second Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, man. 16. Second 16. Like as an arrow,
Put in the community. It's like go ahead.
like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is
Read that slightly. Could you read the last part again?
like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be set upon earth shall not return again.
That's why we believe that this is not going to turn back into nothing normal.
Well, it's impossible to turn back to normal at this point
That's right.
because the too many jobs are lost, and the way Ecclesiastes 12 is written,
That's
it
right.
says what? When the grinding is low,
That's right.
that the street shall be closed.
That's
Martial law was next.
Huh.
Oh, yeah,
Disagreeing with you.
Trump activated those troops. All right, you got troops supposed to deliver groceries in Arizona, and they delivering boxes of food for food pantries up in Cleveland already. All right, this shit ain't going back. It was something else I was listening earlier. I wish I could fucking remember. These troops are going.
I put it in
they
the
got them
regular.
ready.
It's a regular bro.
Yeah,
They hiding ready like little Caesars, man.
Shit.
Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do? What shall I do when these evils shall come? And it's the beginning of it, man. It's finna get worse. All right, famine is finna increase, great death. All right, the war is coming. It says wars. All right, it's because in the second chapter, I believe the 5th chapter says it's gonna be invading one another.
Yeah.
All right, it ain't no just second. This is the second chance they got over here. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. They got their chance to change, like Wisdom Solomon 12 goes into. The Lord put plagues on Egypt, all right, little by little, to give them a chance to repent, right?
Yeah.
But then it says, well, he knew they was a naughty generation. Their conversation wouldn't change. All right, so what did it say next? But for all these things they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So they ain't gonna repent. They ain't gonna get right. The second chance they get, they finna fuck it up and get destroyed. That's all that's coming to this place, destruction.
That's right. He said they won't be mindful of the scourges. So you can't go outside and go play basketball. You can go out to the beach. You can't go out there and do damn near anything.
And they still don't consider Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's
Like he read up earlier in the address he was just read, and he said, these are the beginning of sorrows. Now in the gospel, I think it's Matthew 24th chapter, he said, these are the beginning of many sorrows. And after that, when you jump down, it said, as in the days of Noah, when you go to like the 37th verse, they'll be eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage. They're inconsiderate, man, of the judgments, man. And the Lord gonna break them
Got a
up.
quick one. This is Jeremiah 51:8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen. Matter of fact, verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
That's right.
Forsake her and let us go every one into her own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heaven and is lifted up even unto the skies. All right. So there is no second chance. There is no healing.
This way.
All right. The scriptures talk about how the place of righteousness shall not come unless the place where the evil is sown be plucked up and passed away. You say you got that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is second 4 and 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof you ask me, I will tell them. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right. So this guy, talking about, all right, if they don't repent and, get back right and this, that, and other thing, it never been right.
Right.
All right. Because when Esau Edom began to be in power, all right, during the time of Alexander the Great and the Greeks, all right, it says that evils were multiplied in the world.
That's right.
So then you had the Romans come in, and now this is America is nothing but
The new beast.
an extension of Rome.
The beast that got healed.
Yep.
Because
Right.
Rome was the beast that got destroyed and got wounded, and now America's the new beast, along with NATO and all the other Esau countries. Man.
Right. NATO and the EU. And the
Lord of wickedness.
Yeah.
Wherever Esau is
right.
wickedness.
That's
yeah.
right.
And the powers that be, they only put, faces like even like Trump. You know what I'm saying? He's down for the agenda. All right.
Mhm.
He's working for the agenda of the beast.
And for him to not to even see that lets you know how mindless, clueless he is.
Yeah, Trump
Well,
shows
he's
you.
501c who just want that money from people, from idiots that go to his church.
Yeah.
People who listen to him. Because I'm really pissed with my sister over this damn video.
Yeah, because Trump is the Edomite, man.
Oh, 100%.
He probably one of those Caesars.
Nero.
Right.
Apostle Tahar believe he's Nero. I
Yeah.
believe it too. And and it's perfect. What did Nero do in his section? He put mass persecution on what?
Yep.
Israelites.
Yeah,
What
and then
they're
he's
doing right
famous-
now.
He's famous. He's famous for the burning of Rome, and then blamed it on the
Blamed it,
Israelites.
yep.
He
And
blamed it on the Jews.
that's right. And this is exactly what Trump is doing. He's
Right.
vexing the people who's hurt more about this coronavirus is niggas. If you go up north when Esau mad, but guess what? He got money, he got food,
They
he got
a little bit of
everything.
Stash.
They got a stash.
And then on top of that, in the midst of it, they lied on Jake.
Yep.
They're making Jake the new face of this.
Yep.
And the nurse came out and said that
That's right.
the majority of the people that is dying from corona
Is
is
Esau.
Caucasian.
Yeah, and then she said Jewish.
She said Jewish and Caucasians. And the other lady interviewed her said, well, that's
the
Caucasian
same thing.
too.
That's
That's
right.
the same thing.
Yep.
Right. But there you go. So
Said-
and then guess what? The drug issues with opioids didn't pull back. So now you still got that. Esau just can't win.
That's right.
He catching L's everywhere, but
Everywhere.
but he's talking like he getting double.
That's right. And then you got China sending messages over to Arab nations
Yeah.
saying that America created this. All these other nations are getting together talking about how America created this, about the damn y'all
Yes.
responsible for all this going down.
Yes.
And now we are set and primed for World War III. We are set and primed for the chip. We are set and primed for the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
That's
And this,
that's another thing they ain't been talking about. All the shit that's still been going on between America and Iran
Yep.
amongst this COVID shit. COVID is like a covert. It's a cover, man.
Yep.
It's covered up what's going on in the so-called Mideast in the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yep.
It's covered.
Yep.
It failed. It failed covering the crash of the dollar because it failed. Because
Well, they use that as the excuse.
they tried to say it was an excuse.
Yeah. Just the reason why it's happening.
And that's a
Yes,
bullshit
yes,
lie
right.
because the market was already
Fucked up.
bad and in turmoil before COVID, man.
That's right.
And so they weren't able to do it because if everything was going to be all right, they were going to open up America. Why did all your shit crash?
That's right.
They got to burn the
Right?
books.
Why would
Right.
oil crash when
Negative.
America shut down?
Negative dollar. It went.
Yeah.
How did oil go negative? It went negative.
Negative $40 a
41.
barrel.
Right. 40 that kind.
All right, negative $40 a barrel, man. And 5 months ago, oil was $150 a barrel.
Right. Hey, but that goes into the prophecies. And, cause these niggas, they think it's all good because gas $1, but that's what it said. Bitch,
People seem to be cheap, right?
They'll think they'll be in good case.
And now that means that hyperinflation.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Marcus Rogers has been telling you about that. Hyperinflation and starvation is coming, man. The famine is coming. All right. I walked in the store today, man, and I see a lot of empty shelves in every store that I go into.
And who's
They're
restocking?
getting
them?
thinner and thinner. They're getting thinner and thinner.
Trump loans.
There's
people
certain
like
things that haven't been restocked in some of these places, man. Like I go get this water from the dollar store just to check the inventory, but there's certain things that haven't been replenished for weeks already, and it's important stuff like laundry detergent. All right, now it's going into paper towels. They can't seem to stock them.
Sure.
And then now they're making a run at the water.
That's right. Almost every major store has a sign in the water section,
And the water, they're taking the prices up on it.
and all food. It's gradualism. Usually a thing of eggs, just a dozen of eggs is usually around anywhere from 99 cents to $2. Now it's over $2, between $2 and $3.
Oh, shoot,
Some places it's $4 or $5.
Out east, they had them for $9-10.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. They're creeping them up. They're creeping them up.
So you're gonna be looking at $10 for a carton of eggs, $10 for a gallon of milk. Very soon, man.
That's right. And see, and this is because hyperinflation is starting to come into play. All right, and everything.
And see, that's another thing that COVID tried to cover up is all that money coming back to
There you
America
go.
from the other places.
There
See,
you go.
and so they was like, good. And we throw this COVID out. We say that the money is tainted, and now we can go to the digital currency. All that was done to try to hide and crash.
That's right.
All right, and you try to come up and hide your lies. All right, you try to throw the blanket. You try to throw the blanket over the bed to hide the fact that you peed in it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, now,
So your mama, right? So your mother went to visit today and had you make the bed. So when she started making it, she touched it and felt it was wet.
Somebody
and now you cold busted.
you
Man.
did it.
Cold busted.
See, now they just gotta see, cause see with this COVID shit, you know, Jake, our people are just simple and silly as fuck. You give them that $1,200, they don't shut up. Sodist children, man. But see, these Edomites, like the Michigan militia, we talked about that the other day.
Right.
The Michigan militia, now you got these dudes in Texas. Hey, they walking around with flags talking about they ain't gonna take the mark of the beast. They want their jobs back. They
That's
want
right.
all this. And these are the same bushwhackers that voted for you, man.
That's right.
Hey, exactly. And they are bushwhackers, and they gonna do
That's
some
right.
damage.
See, but that's
Just
Trump
like
that set that up.
that Edomite out in California, that was in Huntington Beach. You know, he was talking big shit,
See,
man.
but that's Trump, because Trump in the script of the New World Order, where Trump is a patriot going against the deep state. That's the narrative that they're pushing. Trump is control opposition. Trump is telling the country, saying, hey, yeah, we do need to stop this. Yeah, we need to do what the BAM. Because he said, yeah, he's actually supporting.
He ran on everything that they wanted to hear.
Exactly.
Because when you go back and you watch Trump was saying how he was going to bring the troops home. He was going to end the Federal Reserve. He was going to do all these things that he's not doing. Because the Federal Reserve is basically the most powerful branch of government. And it's not even a part of your government.
That's right.
Exactly.
I care not who make the laws. Give me power over
The money. That's right.
And that's exactly what the elites, as far as the Rockefellers, Rothschilds,
Send me the money.
that's what they invested in to control the whole fucking world, to control the goddamn money. You control the money when you control the root of evil. Not saying money is the root of evil, it's the love of it. We all know Esau loves that money, that control.
Yeah.
Hey, this nigga is the complete devil. He's going to control everybody, which means the RFID chip is coming, which is really he's trying to sit in that throne of Yahweh. I know all, I see y'all, I know where everybody is at once.
That's right, and he's playing the game right now. Where he's putting all the players in place.
Yep.
So that's like the brother made this video, the bloodbath. This is beloved brother Kawal, the head of the Everson camps. But hey, this is the sentiment of Esau. You can clearly see that Egyptian versus Egyptian coming. These Edomites are fucking angry, man. They're angry because what's happening on this lockdown? A lot of people commit suicide. People are getting pregnant. People are getting heavy, and people get People getting
domestic violence.
They have a domestic violence and divorce. And divorce is going to be set up.
And what this is at? This is causing so much turmoil in the individual homes, because nobody be home as much as they are home now. Divorce rate but this is also going to be a whole bunch of pregnancies too, because a lot of people. But also 400% of abortions has risen 400% in the last couple of months, just because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Because people are scared to bring children in this world, and there are more of these bitches that are aborting
They're
babies.
scared, so they're aborting babies because they're like, I don't even want to have a baby right now.
Yep.
I'd have heard a lot of bitches say that.
Yep.
All right, but let's see. This is the sentiment of Esau versus his government right now. Go ahead.
I have a problem. So, you told us to shut down non-essential businesses. You told us to go home and quarantine. You told us we have to keep social distance and stay inside. But you told us you would help. So where is the fucking help? These checks are what they are. I mean, let's be serious. I'm not going to turn away $1,200 because number one, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. Not yours. We paid back taxes. Everything we do every fucking day. Okay. So maybe the 1,200 covers the mortgage. But what are the other costs that we have each month? This $1,200 thing isn't going to ship for a normal working family. You want to help? Here's what I did. Tell the fucking banks and mortgage company to stop. Just stop. And don't give me a 3-month furlough motion. How does that even make sense? job because you said to stay home to pay mortgage for 3 months. But in the 4th month, they not only paid that month, but still blew over 3 months they owed them because there was a furlough. How the fuck does that help? You greedy cocksuckers. Number one, but you're gonna afford not earning money for 3 months. They weren't earning money. Hello? Now they just got back to work with all their money magically appears and they can pay 3 months and get a lump sum. How are they fucking paying that? Are you fucking idiots? Look, it makes sense that they can stop paying the current mortgage due for a month when they go back to work. But they can't pay the prior 3 months. They have no income. So here's the idea. Just add 3 fucking months of furlough to the back end of the loan. So if they have like 19 years and 6 months left in their mortgage, just add 3 months. Then I have 19 years in my house. How fucking hard is that? You get your money, you shitbag. It's just delayed. The workers just when you do that, it really helps. It actually helps. And what's up with these banks and lending assholes? I mean, come on. You really make billions of dollars of profit quarterly. That's every 3 months. Last crash was 10 years ago. So you have 10 years of massive profits and you need a bill and 2 weeks to be shut down. How come no? What do you think people have to say for rainy days? Every fucking quarter they make $3 million in profit. Profit! That means you pay salaries and bills. That means you get paid. So we're going to make $3 billion. If you had just put $1 billion in the bank, you have $40 billion in the bank in 10 years. Not even including interest. No, you greedy cocksuckers have to build out again. From taxpayer money and then you should have not given us a real break on our mortgages, credit card bills, all car payments, everything. We can fuck up. We bail you out. We get fucked. Rinse, lather, repeat. You dirt fucking piece of shit should have had all the money to keep paying your workers. And give me money right back. I'm not saying to wipe the slate clean. I'm saying to just add the missing mortgage payment to the back end of your loan. Do it for everything. The police is now 3 months forward. The credit card payment is now 3 months forward. The mortgage payment is now 3 months longer. You want to help you when you call the name old payments due until this is over. Now unemployment stimulus checks only need for food. That is what the American government needs now. You greedy cocksuckers, and you got laggards who suck the balls of the corporations and send the people.
All right, so
I
2
love
scriptures real quick.
God.
Goddamn.
He like this sometimes.
Hey, yeah. Damn. On the Egyptian versus the Egyptian.
I knew that
And
was
it's
so
all
good.
wisdom gone from Tina.
I knew that
Because
was so good.
right, Egyptian versus Egyptian. It is all wisdom gone from Tina, man. Because this was look. At this point, the citizens of America, for the most part, not all of them, but of large portions of the citizens of America and the people around the world are very well aware that COVID is not what they said it was.
That's right.
Know that this was used to achieve an agenda, man.
That's
They're
right.
very, very well aware of that, which makes the people in charge who ran with this thing look very unwise. All right, because they're still trying to push that narrative, even though all the evidence what Dr. Qatar came out with, man, just shut their ass down.
Yep.
All right. As a matter of fact, we could probably play a little bit of that video too of Dr. Qatar. When he breaks down how the viruses work. And hold on. According to ESOL standards, he's been in the top 50 doctors in the world. ESOL standards for years. And he's highly decorated. He's got all these fucking, all these credentials, all this high IQ Edomite shit. And this dude is going fucking nuts, saying that this is bullshit, this is a lie, and that this thing, no virus jumped 6 feet, let alone 13 fucking feet. All right, and he's breaking it all down scientifically, and how all these, and he's asking all the doctors, where the fuck you at? Just like when comes up against the gospel. That's right. And we're like, why are we the only ones defending the gospel? And he had the same approach to all the other doctors. He said, you know that this is a lie. Where are you other doctors at, man?
And he's doing that because he believes in that Hippocratic oath that he took. And then so he's like, wait a minute, this is bullshit. I made an oath to take care of the people, and where y'all at? Y'all supposed to think this is bullshit.
Well, it's just like men who took that oath when they swore into the Marine Corps and the Army to uphold and defend the Constitution. You got some guys that they just, hey, look, they like, man, I don't care about this shit. I'm just trying to pay for my college. And then you got dudes who ready to die for that shit. All right? And this dude right here, even though he's a Jake, man, the Batar or an Ishmaelite, I'm not sure what he is, man. I think he's Jake. But nevertheless, he's all for the healing of the people. He, like you said, he really believes in that oath, man.
That's right. This was called earlier. This came out, and I hate all these goddamn ads and shit. But
I like one of them.
it was it was a hot mic. It was a hot mic, and let's see if I can. And this is at the White House press conference, and they even they exposing there's more shit to the pot. If it don't come up real quick, I'm just gonna cut. I'll just no, and that's the funny thing. They told everybody, "Oh, you can take your mask off. We've been vaccinated anyway," which is bullshit. But I'm not gonna play because they just done some shit. But it was shit, they playing it, but they didn't get no sound. I'm just trying to play the shit because they were okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, kind of. You know, put the link in the thing. You know the link? I got it. I got it. I had it in my phone. But who's holding something? So we'll pull it back up.
This the other one. It's Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother.
Because I guarantee you, man, if that dude had a shotgun or a gun in his hand, man, he might have shot a politician, man.
Yeah,
He was mad as hell, man.
And every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right.
Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in team? Is counsel perished from the truth?
Right. So now you're trying to uphold a lie that's a clear and apparent lie, and yet you're still just to save face, so that you don't. You're trying to still uphold a lie, just to save face, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I found
Take out that mask, USC, public health there's 7,000 cases in California. They did. Really? So that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3. Study together. So you just
He just said that the mortality is a tenth of what it said it's supposed to be. They're telling you that if you really go look at this, the actual studies, the evidences amongst the different universities and scholars across the globe, that everything, all these numbers that they're telling us, oh, how bad this is. He said it's not even nowhere near it. They said this is just like the motherfucking flu. Now, if this is like the fucking flu, when have we shut shit down for a flu?
Never. That's why.
No.
Go ahead.
The top doctor just said most of the people that's dying from regular common colds or they classify as Rona.
I said that a month ago.
That's right.
I said that I know niggas that personally fucking died. Niggas I knew my whole life. And the nigga said he died from the coronavirus. I know this nigga. This nigga's getting smoked, man.
I watched the video. The doctors are saying
what should I put this in?
I can, because that's what
they get paid to deal with the COVID-19. They get paid because it's more dangerous because it says
no hazard pay. Right. They get hazard pay.
They pumping it up and saying, "Oh, it's COVID."
Before the hazard pay.
You know what? All of a sudden, no one's dying of cancer.
Right.
No one's dying of tuberculosis.
Yeah.
No one's having heart attacks.
And that's what he's
look. Hey, look. Tuberculosis kills more people than flu every year, man.
That's right.
But yet we have never locked down the country for tuberculosis. 480,000 people die a year from cigarette-related cancers. We have not shut down the country. 480,000 people, man. All right? We have not shut down the country over cigarettes. 45,000 people die from car wrecks. We have not shut down the people. We ain't banned cars. We ain't shut down driving.
Right. The number one killer every single year is abortions. And we have not closed down the fucking Planned Parenthood fucking clinics. Over 10 million abortions has happened between January and April. 10 million in America.
Because that fits their agenda, man.
Yeah, that's eugenics.
They really want population control, and I would probably say more than half of those babies are Israelite babies in the first place.
Way more than half. Because that's where you got a liquor store, you got a church, a chicken shop, and a fucking eugenics clinic, man. Literally right close from here, man. I mean, a walk.
There's one down the street.
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to reveal the location to the secret layer, but if you
would, yeah, we can't let them know what it is.
Yeah, you know, I did.
One down the street.
That's the fucking
Right down the
Legion of
street of
Doom.
Homewood, Baltimore.
Hey, that's the Legion of Doom, man.
And my address is
Batman
19,100
never
West
know where the
200
fuck we
Street.
at, man. We down here laying down the law, man.
You want to put it in there?
The video's already in there.
Okay, cut.
Started about the 3-minute mark.
Okay.
All right,
And he's been snapping for a long time. For weeks. I got so many videos on this guy right here. And he's all facts too. He's been on numbers, everything.
Matter of fact, that first text message that I read came from a psychiatrist who's also a doctor. That was her response to this.
Beautiful.
How this got her shook up. All right.
See, and this is what's that's why the Lord said real quick before I play this. This is matter of fact, I'll pull it up that he get their tongues to fall upon themselves. The Lord is there's nothing here that you that won't be revealed, man. The Most High is going to make it clear so that the righteous can come into the understanding of the truth. All right.
Are vegetarians healthy? French fries are vegan. So you tell me. Seriously, the easy part of most clients who go vegan or vegetarian is what they forgot to include is the micronutrients.
The information presented in this.
But it says Psalm 64:8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And who's going to flee away? The righteous. All right, because the wicked going to fall for the bullshit too. But they're exposing all the bullshit. The righteous are hearing it, but the wicked are rejecting it. All right. What
also get that Isaiah 47 or 49, Esau be made bare.
That's right.
Real quick.
Isaiah 47.
49 and 10. Jeremiah, I got it right here. You got it.
Jeremiah.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
That's right.
All right. So Dr. Rashid Buttar, according to Esau's credentials, according to Esau's standards, he's one of the top 50 doctors in America and in the world.
That's right.
All right. So he's a very credible. He's an extremely credible source with all that he's done.
That's right. And people think that in the knowledge circles that they probably got to put a hit on his ass.
And they're probably going to get rid of him.
Yeah.
As a result of
this.
They're probably going to make and that's why the doctor the apostle Jewish chick responded back to me the way that she did. When she saw him, all right.
Want me to start from again?
No, so go about to the third minute mark.
Okay.
Right before, because he this dude right here, kind of gives a 3-minute introduction. But right when the doctor starts talking this way, right about there when he appears on the screen, when it's not. Because the whole video is fire, but the first 8 minutes is just incredible.
Yeah, and nuclear. Okay.
The CDC, Bill Gates, the deep state, the mainstream media, it went viral with millions of views worldwide. Doctor, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Now, 3 weeks ago, you called this a conspiracy. You called out the hysteria being perpetuated to scare the world population based on false data. Now, it was Jerome Adams this week, the Surgeon General, and the Trump administration who agreed with you.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a terrorist.
That nigga say,
I joined with too.
He said, he fucked up. He's doing an interview, the whole press conference. He gets up there. On cue, he's talking. He reaches his pocket, pulls out his inhaler. This is why I keep my inhaler So I can let you two know that I can let the kids growing up with deficiencies and that they too will one day be the Surgeon General. He remind me of the Surgeon General Pootie Tang, man. His ass is a tear, man. This is Pootie Tang playing up before our eyes. Bro, watch the movie, Ariel. I know you ain't never seen it. Watch it. Go see what I'm talking about, bro. Esau, the Lord is playing every movie ever made out before our eyes, man. This shit, they told us, Esau told us they playing over and over and over again. Every TV show we watch, every movie we watch, the bad guy
cartoons.
Yeah, this is happening right before our eyes.
That's right. And he got no salt. I agree with you. He had no motherfucking salt.
And Halo right out talking about you fuck. How you the Surgeon General? You got a fucking inhaler.
Right.
You fucking liar.
You haven't healed yourself.
He pulled that shit out for the sake of the interview.
Yeah, booty face nigga.
When they announced that they had dropped the World Health Organization and the CDC model and are now working with real numbers. Okay, this is directly from the White House. This is the Office of the Press Secretary. Now, Tuesday, the White House putting out this press release demanding accountability from the World Health Organization and committed to investigating the response, the false claims, and the cover-up. So explain to our viewers what led you to this discovery and how the numbers never supported their claims.
Well, Gary, basically, I have patients from all over the world, and patients were concerned about this. They asked, and I put out on social media that we really want to know and make a video about this. And I expected some people to respond. I had 700-800 responses. Just yes, please get us information. So I asked the question because you're hearing stuff about conspiracy. So those videos that you put out were actually asking the question, COVID-19 conspiracy question mark. And as I started looking at it, to me, it just didn't make any sense anywhere. We deal with the hardest to deal with medical conditions anyway. So it wasn't a big deal. I just remembered that when I heard about the coronavirus aspect, there was one particular component that we used conveniently a lot in our clinic, and I just made sure we had 10 times the normal amount, and that was it. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't bother me. However, as I started looking at this information, as I started seeing that this is actually a chimeric version, something that was developed here in the United States in 2015, was published in Nature magazine, that it was developed in the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, where all the initial studies were done. The chimeric research.
I got a precept and a point, because I believe I don't know if it's true, but they said they arrested that teacher, the doctor that worked at Harvard, the one that they said took those trips to China, and gave them,
said he gave them the COVID stuff to work on.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. The patent is owned by Bill Gates, and it should. And if I'm not mistaken, did the Harvard doctor have access to CDC? Get the fuck out of here, man. The Harvard, this Harvard guy's just able to go down to the CDC. Right, I'm a Harvard educated.
Let me get in. He used the stethoscope to break the safe open to get the code right. Hey,
it's like just to prove what you just said. You can do a simple COVID-19. a coronavirus patent number, and you can find severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, and you can see the patents. It's actually about, I've seen personally doing this about a good 6, 7, 8 different ones, because they
different strains of COVID.
That's right.
Really, a flu, when you get the regular flu, that is COVID. COVID-19 is its own separate strain of
That's right.
And this doctor's going to break down what's in COVID-19.
That's right, exactly. And they give you the inventors. They tell you who buy them. They tell you the own. That's right. They'll show you. And this is all readily available, but nigglets and niggerettas, all right?
Heathens as well.
And I was about to get to them. That's right. That's right.
These lie IQ having heathens.
That's right.
And they see this different chemical makeup they showed. Why would this Harvard doctor needs to go to China to show them when this shit is right here?
That's right.
That's madness, man.
I'm gonna take a trip all the way to China to show you some shit you can Google.
That's right.
I just need the link, nigga.
Is that right? And this is one of them.
You know what? Hey, look, I'll email you the link.
Right.
So like I'm just saying, now this one's saying is going back to 2003. I've seen going back some which is the same thing as Corona. Okay, right. And this is the same thing. This is nothing fucking new.
No,
all right,
not at all.
Go ahead,
this is Psalm. Hey, this is real quick. Psalm 53. The wicked are estranged from the womb. they go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. Esau is a liar and the father of lies, like St. John 8:44 calls him. Yeah, what Job called him, man. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies.
That's right.
Ye are all physicians of no value. That's
right.
All right, hey, I said we forgers of lies, man. Not we slut. That's fucking. It said they are forgers of lies, man. Just with no values, man.
That's
all right. So they ain't gonna tell truth about shit, man. That's what they do. They form lies. They make them just because they the devil.
That's right. That's right. There's another one. That was it. I'll play some more.
Despite having a moratorium by the U.S. government to prevent any chimeric research. By the way, just so your audience understands, chimeric research basically means that they're taking a naturally occurring substance, a virus in this case, and then mutating it, genetically modifying it, changing.
And the proof that they have over 10, 15, however many different strains, and this is created, shows you he is telling you the truth. Because you just go look at the different strains of it and the different patents on it. It's a good 10, 15 different patents on the coronavirus.
And this one is a hybrid because they created it because they threw stuff in there.
They threw HIV in there. Different strains of HIV in there.
There it is.
Yep.
And that's their own doctor. I ain't no fucking doctor. Shit, I ain't just know that shit. They own doctors told them.
That's right.
You know?
The configuration morphologically to gain function. It's called a gain of function study or gain of function research. And that basically means that they're making something that already may have some potential to cause harm, making it more harmful, making it more virulent, making it more resistant. And basically that's what I found, that they took the SHC014 strain of coronavirus, the surface antigen component, and brought in the backbone from the SARS coronavirus, put them together, and then inserted HIV and MERS orthologs on top of it to make a more virulent, more detrimental virus. Now, the thing is that
if I could jump in for just a moment here, because what I think you're talking about is the moratorium that was placed, and then $3.7 million from the National Institutes of Health was transferred to China so they could continue this research, even though the moratorium. So they basically outsourced this research to China. Is this the same topic we're talking about here? This news is just breaking?
Yes, this is exactly right. So it goes back to 2014. The U.S. government decided, based upon certain virologists at that time, saying that, look, there's no justification for this kind of research. There's a potential for it to cause harm, cause a pandemic. So there's no justification for us to do this type of research. So the government passed a moratorium in 2014. Fauci approved budgets to be monies to be section for this type of research. So basically, and I'm getting really, every time I think about this, it gets me really flustered because I'm so angry. He basically broke the law. He more than broke the law. He created this entire cascade that we see with the world shutdown was created by this initial aspect back in 2015. He broke the law. He went against government moratorium. He took taxpayer money and he funded research that is now led to the COVID-19. In 2017, he was documented at Georgetown University saying that there will be a pandemic and this presidency will face this term. How did he know that in 2017?
Just like you said, how did he know? He said that there was going to be an outbreak during Donald Trump's presidency. And then
in 2017,
he said it in 2017.
That's all
right.
I can pull it up.
And then he turned around and said too that the Israelis leaked some information saying that by accident, not on purpose, that they were, because it was, I think it was covered in the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken, but the information came out that the Israelis were warned of this in November.
Yep, I saw it.
And so was other European countries. Yep. So and China wasn't aware that COVID had hit them until December 31st.
That's right.
So how the fuck did all these other countries know about it? Because you know what? What that implicates is that America did this shit.
That's right. And once this comes fully out, because the Lord has said,
and that's why the nations are angry. They shall be angry with the whore, man.
Because this is not only messing up countries, it's messing up the citizens. When the citizens get mad, they revolt. When they revolt, the country's got to put the guards out. It's total chaos. This is what the elites want, so they can initiate their one world government, their whole institution.
That's what it was all about. Yep. And then the other information that came out from the dude from the telephone company, how the 5G gives you COVID-like symptoms
because it breaks down that radiation.
And then the second thing, and when they put them 5G towers up, a lot of people that did get sick, them 5G towers went up in their neighborhoods, man, including here in Chicago.
That's right. And they're popping up more and more 5G towers worldwide, man, especially here in America.
So if you do have this, and then it comes out too that you read that scripture already to describe mischief by law. So grab it again, man. All right, because the fact is that what they want to do with this vaccination, man, is infect more and more people. This vaccination is going to make people sick.
That's what's actually going to make them sick.
That's what's going to really make them sick. Then you're going to, and it turns out that they want to test everyone and test all these people. Anyone who's had the flu shot is going to test positive for COVID.
Yep. But it doesn't matter. It don't matter what you go in the hospital for. If you have anything, breathing, respiratory, sickness, fever, they say COVID. It doesn't matter. The doctors, all these different eventually.
Oh my God, he got
COVID. You know what I'm saying? You got inflammation. I stubbed my toe. You got the COVID. I sneezed.
You gotta take the temperature check. Yeah. And if your temperature just happens to be over the norm, you have to go home for 2 weeks and self-quarantine yourself so you can't work all that.
Yeah. I went to go deliver.
And you know what? And some people's temperature, and the doctors will
attest to it.
Some people's temperatures are just a little bit hotter than normal, and
that's
the way they body runs hot. Right?
Because everybody's that's the average.
They say what average is 98.6.
Right.
There's some people who are 99, and then there's some people who are just 98 flat. Right. So right. So if it's a little high, a little low, you're not 98.6.
And no testing, and so many other doctors, and if we had the time to go to all these doctors that are coming out, but they're not getting the light of some of the major doctors, they're all saying the same thing. Everyone's saying the same, but they said, well, motherfuckers coming there, and they said, well, we didn't test them. They died 2 weeks ago. How did they die? Just put that they died because of the COVID. They're just writing it in.
Well, sure. And you have medical people that were testing to that.
Yeah.
You had that one nurse that talked about the 2 people that died on her watch. One was a heart attack. The other one was something else. I forget what it was. And then in the morning when she came back to work, she saw their toe tags, and it said COVID. She was like, I was working with these people. This man died, and this other one died of something else. And now that all of a sudden they got COVID.
Because they said that if the person died and then somebody in their family so-called gets it, they're going to assume that person died because that person in the family had it, and that's how they had it. And so they're making these, like, they're inflating these numbers, which is making it an epidemic, which is not really an epidemic. All right, but the whole point is to institute social control, fear, and institute a new order.
Order out of chaos.
That's right.
They create some chaos like this. Is chaotic, man.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
It's Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? This frame of mischief by the law.
That's right. And this is mischief by law. Now this is how simple you can look at this. This is how you test for the corona. They take a long ass cotton swab, put it all the way back of your nasal passage, because they say this is how you're supposed to get it. Now they say you can't be 6 feet within someone because you can spread it through the mouth. Normal testing for the flu, anything,
all the way in the back.
Right, but normal testing for the flu or any kind of testing is done in the mouth with a swab in your cheeks. But then now they say no, that's not going to work. That proves that there's no such thing as what they're saying. Because if I can give it to you by my mouth, but I can't test it in my mouth, how can I speak and saliva comes out?
Exactly.
And you can get it, but I can't test it in your motherfucking mouth.
Great point.
That's stupid. This right here proves that this bullshit. They're giving you, because if you put the corona on the top of that swab, now you're gonna get it's all the way in you.
Yeah, I mean, even in the zombie movies, man, the zombie sneezes on you, don't turn to a zombie. The zombie bites you, you turn to a zombie. That's usually where it happens, right? So how the hell are you gonna? You're right. You're gonna have a disease that's transmitted by bite, by cough, by saliva, but yet you can't test it through the saliva.
Which is stupid because Your ear, your nose, your eyes, your mouth, all those canals is connected, man. So if you find it in the nose, you should find it in the ear. You should find it in this.
Everywhere.
Right,
Everywhere,
so,
man.
Right, so if you Israelites watching this, man, and you got some flu-like symptoms,
Don't go, don't
the
believe.
first thing you should do is pray. That's right. Eat some herbs, drink some motherfucking therapy,
And then contact a brother in your camp
Right.
that deal with the herbs, because
right?
it's great millstone.
Yeah, you know, like just pray the how about Shem Yahushua, right? Like the brother said, deal with some herbs.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me give some.
first thing.
Hey, look, you
First thing
bombard
you
your
do is-
body. First thing you do is you bombard your body with
Yeah,
garlic and vitamin C.
Damiano tea.
You can get some elderberry. And what did you just say, St. Benjamin?
Damiano tea.
Damiana tea.
Yeah.
But one of the strongest, but two of the strongest antiviral herbs that also boost your immune system is elderberry and garlic.
Spirit, I was just gonna say get the elderberry.
Yeah, elderberry
syrup.
and garlic, man. You can't go wrong with elderberry and garlic, man. And you put
And
that with
echinacea.
vitamin C. That's those two things together are very, very powerful, man.
right.
They can even regulate high blood pressure, vitamin
right.
C and garlic together.
You want the
Man.
vitamin C?
Elderberry as well.
Don't get the if you want vitamin C, if you want a high dosage of it, kiwis. There's more vitamin C in kiwis than oranges, man.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. And this other
And yellow peppers and red peppers. There's more vitamin C in yellow pepper and red pepper.
See, but if
you
you
have a hard time breathing, get you some coffee, not caffeine free. Get you some good black coffees. All right, and drink. Don't put no cream in. Cream ain't good for you. Cream produces more mucus. All right, unless you get grass fed. All right, but niggas ain't getting grass fed, so just drink some black coffee and help with your breathing too, man. All right, and if you got asthma, that you can help with that. You don't need no inhaler. So if you got COVID, you have a hard time breathing. Take that black coffee, get you a pot, put some water in there, steam it up, put some eucalyptus oil in there, put some lemon oil in there. The lemon oil will purify your air. The eucalyptus help you breathe, man.
And what you really need to do is build up your immunity, which is that vitamin D. That's why they put the
Vitamin D too.
They put them chemtrails to blot out the sun because vitamin D naturally produces vitamin D in all melanated people except for Esau Edom. But Esau Edom doesn't have melanin in his skin, but he has a very small amount, and you get your vitamin D. Vitamin D is the core of your immune system. Vitamin C works with it, vitamin B works with it, but if you don't get that vitamin D, your immune system is going to be very low.
Right,
You know
that's
what I'm
why
You don't take
Esau.
vitamin D.
That also
supplements won't even work.
That's
right.
Vitamin D to absorb the supplements.
this
That's
is
right.
very true.
That's right.
Vitamin D also is very important with blood regulation.
That's right. At the high blood pressure.
So blood
barley
pressure
is really good.
You gotta
too.
have the garlic, the vitamin C, the vitamin D. Those three
Man,
things.
that
man.
barley, bro. Barley is a superfood, and I've just been doing my research on the barley. Man, barley will help in high blood pressure, hypertension, so much.
The herb scripture. in Genesis.
There's so many things. I was doing the health benefits of barley. I'm like, and barley is the cheapest of all the grains. I'm like astronomically cheaper, and nobody knows about it hardly, except if you do your research. I'm like, what the hell? And the Lord told me to get some barley a long time ago. I had it in the cupboard, didn't even think about it. The Lord cussed me out a couple of days ago, and I can tell you, since I've been putting it in my smoothies, my energy, my level, everything is like went from here to here, and I'm already been trying to be up on my shit.
Yeah. When you looking at this, man, this shit look like some fucking medieval torture, man.
That's right.
This
Yeah,
look like
it's
they
some
trying to.
wickedness, man.
This look like they trying to extract some information.
Especially this one. I gotta put this.
God damn.
Right. He's like, okay, I'll talk. You.
Barley powder. Yeah, barley powder. Because
This shit ain't no BS.
when I say the energy, the level.
Hey, cause ain't no way in the world I'm gonna let them
right
do
now,
that shit to me.
I can damn it.
No, my hands gotta be
That's how
chained down.
energetic
'Cause
I am.
naturally, I'm gonna defend myself.
And that,
What the fuck you doing?
and the
That
Irish
shit get
moss.
back here. You gonna
Shit
naturally.
in my nose.
Irish moss.
Yeah, I used the Irish mouse. I was fucking that.
Irish moss.
Let's go ahead, bring that scripture.
Man, we is.
I got another precept.
My
Genesis first.
This is Genesis 1:11. And Howard said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielded seed, and the fruit tree yielded fruit at this time, whose seed is in itself. So everything's supposed to have seed in it. So what the hell you get seedless watermelon, seedless grapes, and all this?
Seedless oranges. That's
Fucking demonic ass. Okay, hey,
Organics, right?
How the fuck is it organic?
Yeah, it's madness.
Because the whole it's contradictory to the word organic.
That shit wicked as hell, bro. What the fuck, man?
Well, you know, that's their pseudoscience, man. That because it's all based on some sort of crazy ass hypothesis, I'm sure.
God, he says, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and Yahweh saw it, it was good.
Hey, and a lot of people, Salaki, Elder Corral, because a lot of people don't think it's weirdness in that, right? But at the same fucking time, hey, you come from a man's seed. So what if they genetic, if a human just pop up, a nutless human?
Well,
you don't think that's weird,
that's what
right?
Esau was doing to the world. They taking the seeds away. They're taking, give us plastic, give us styrofoam,
BPA,
give us even aluminum foil.
That's right.
The way they do it, and all this shit attacks what your fucking seed, man.
That's right. And they're saying now that the corona can be hiding in your seed, in your test seed.
Well, goddamn it, bitch.
Corona.
You better wear a mask. You better wear a mask.
Hey. Just for the record, I just want to show you how cold these herbs are. If you like this example, the bar, that's what I was looking at, and how these different things, we get these real grains, what they help with. Okay, this is, I'm not gonna read all of them, just give you the highlights. All right. Great for breakfast. Barley got a whole bunch of fiber, selenium, copper, manganese, even has a whole bunch of zinc in it too. All right. It's 20 people who eat, but barley has 29% lower risk of heart failure. Helps you lose weight, helps stabilize pressure, reduces risk of cancer and heart disease, reduces symptoms of arthritis, repairs body develop and repair body tissue. Great source of niacin. You go run to Esau, you're not getting this on his fucking chemicals and his shit. Reduces visceral fat, lowers bad cholesterol, inhibits formation of gallstones, and this indispensable for women. He said,
because you lose. No, what you were saying, how you said you go to Esau. Hey, they got a saying, man. You lose a patient, you lose a customer, man.
That's right.
Esau is a witch, man.
Yep. But here, this is the point though. Barley grass great for digestion, but improves immunity. All right, it's high in vitamin C and in vitamin D, and it's like you got these certain foods and herbs and vegetables that is, and nobody hardly, you ask somebody, you ever eat barley? Motherfuckers like barley. I don't want no barley soup. I don't want no barley bread. I don't want no barley this. You got the scripture? Go ahead, read it, brother.
It's Sirach chapter 38.
And that's only 13 of them.
Sirach chapter 38, verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not avoid it.
That's right. And if you pour these antioxidants, these minerals, your whole body is made up of we came from the earth. So guess what you're supposed to put back into your body? The earth.
Oh, I got a precept that you know.
Yeah, that's why you need to eat. You need to eat things that are live more often. You need to eat more greens, man.
That's right.
All right. You really do. Because since this lockdown, I haven't been eating my salads and like I normally have.
Because we would go to Mariano's and get that salad on a regular, and it changes your habit. Keep going. Oh yeah, it has healing property. Barley itself is rich in zinc, which promotes healing, skin elasticity. And this is just one. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Right. So you add that to some other power foods, and man, you good to go.
Man, I've been taking the barley for about 3 or 4 days straight, and I'm telling you right now, the energy that I have right now, even right this moment, is a good 30-40% higher than what I've had.
Let me see that back.
Come on, I'll
also the maca powder too.
Yeah, that's why I get it in the powder form.
Yeah,
oh, maca, yeah, maca's a super one too.
Maca root, I got beets, maca root.
Yeah, beets is also.
It's not the water made sweet with wood.
Ezekiel.
That the virtue thereof might be known.
Ezekiel 4.
And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. So what the elders is saying right now, the skill of Yahweh Shemel Shai gave certain men to go into the herbs, the healing properties. Right. They can heal like the earth. Right.
So because that's a physician. That's a guy. Yep. So after the earth. Hey, that example that was given, that's happening in the law with Moses.
Yeah.
All right. Moses, when the
ancient grain, that's what
the
they call
soup was messed up. What they do? They took the water was bitter. They took the water was bitter. You know, it was raw. They put the wood in there. So you understood the properties of it. It's like that'll purify your water.
That's right.
See, the Lord is giving that wisdom back to the brotherhood, man. I got a precept for you. This is 4 and 14. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man.
Read that again, brother.
He caused the grass to grow for the bring forth food out of the earth. And you know what's so fucked up about America, though? You know, we still get the best of the worst, you know. Still try to get the best of the worst. This is America. But Esau's so demonic, like your certain grains is fucked up only because they were processing. All right, wheat and all that shit, it would be fine if Esau over processed it. All right, but because of that, now it fucks you up. Even not just white bread, even wheat bread, you know, shit like that. Esau fucked it up. You still get the best of the worst, but this simply put, this devil got to go down.
That's right, brother.
That's right.
All you can't eat when you can enjoy bread, man, which is all through the Bible.
Exactly.
When you can't enjoy bread and wine, man, they fucked that up too.
That's a whole meal, fish and bread.
That's right.
In fact, the next verse in the Psalms, Elder,
keep the poor man fed. Even Jake said that.
Hey,
bread,
they got it from the scriptures.
That's right.
Hey, this is Psalms 1:15, the next verse. After it mentions the food, then it says, "A wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengthens man's heart." When you eat bread, it's supposed to strengthen. You're supposed to feel good right after, supposed to feel energetic. And we go to the Elon spot. We don't be getting the sluggish. We be straight. Even that night, Elon came back there. He told me, say, look, you know what's in the knot? Do the ingredients. He said flour, water, salt. And he took us to the back. He took us to the back of his kitchen. He said, look at this chicken, free range, organic, all this shit. So that's why the price is like this. You know, he put us on, but that's how it's supposed to eat that shit. We be straight, man.
See, even if you go research wine and how wine is made across the world today, they add chemicals and other processes that actually lowers the potency of the healing and the healthiness of the wine. Wine, Esau will tell you, wine, a glass of wine a day will keep your I forgot the saying.
They marveled at the French, like the way, like you go back to the 80s supermodel thing. Some of the most popular models were the French models, and they marveled at how these people, all they did was drink bread and wine, but yet everybody was so thin. All right, and it's the same thing with the Italians, man.
That's right.
But now they countries are full of McDonald's and Burger Kings.
And now they get all the way.
Right, but
that's where it's at.
But it wasn't even that they were expensive. They just didn't have all those chemicals and shit.
Oh, like I'm talking about these days, you gotta get expensive.
Over here in America, you gotta buy
You gotta pay for it. Matter of fact, all the good stuff like Manuka honey, you're gonna have to pay $50 for a little smaller ass bottle. All the really good things that are natural and healthy for you, they put the prices way up so that it scares you away. Yeah.
Well, that's why Jake is left to buy nothing but junk because that's all they can afford.
Food deserts. They have food deserts. That's why.
D-level food supply. Go ahead, bro.
Let's go. You trying to show us something with the other said. This 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 23. This will fall to Timothy. He said, "Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and thine awful infirmities." Perfect. Your sicknesses, man. But the was going into this wine is basically dumped down, man.
Yeah, they put sugar in it. Hey, that's another thing. One spoonful of sugar shuts your immune system down. Yeah, they put sugar in everything.
A teaspoon of it.
One spoon of sugar literally shuts your whole immune system down, bro.
That's right.
They put sugar in there. They stuff the sugar in your wine. They put sugar everywhere. Like you eat something savory, like why is there sugar in this shit?
It must be savory.
And that's why you niggas going off. You niggas go straight to the fucking chicken spot and tell them lemon pepper.
Now
say extra lemon pepper. Extra.
I love that lemon pepper.
But now lemon, but the one that they be having, they put sugar in there. If you get the like real lemon pepper, which is just lemon peel and pepper, that's cool. It tastes good. The chicken sheet, it got a pepper hit. That's a good flavor balance, composition right there.
Himalayan pink salt.
Right. but they have put sugar every fucking where.
Because they got the lemon pepper, they got the sugar, they got the mild sauce, so they got the sugar.
That's made from fucking pop.
On top of something, exactly. On top of something with grease. On top of something with grease. So basically, you eating a meal that's called cardiac arrest.
Right. Yep. They use over processed grease, and some of these spots you don't be surprised you get that sewage grease. I don't know if y'all brothers know about that. Shit. Yeah, China. Yeah, China.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in China they take the sewage, they make grease from that, cooking oil from that shit.
Yep.
Man.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
Hey, this ain't no joke. That's why when you go to the so-called black communities and the Latino communities, that's why you see a gas station on every corner, a mom and pop on every corner. You don't see a Whole Foods. All right, just like here in Chicago when they brought the so-called Whole Foods on 63rd.
I was just gonna say that when they put the Whole Foods in Inglewood, they started to bring Edomites over there. They put Whole Foods in the Starbucks. That means crackers start moving.
That's right. That's that gentrification. But because nigga neighborhoods are food deserts, man.
That's right.
You're gonna wake up and eat flaming hots and zebra cakes, fudge rounds.
Well,
you gonna eat that at 2 o'clock after you get out of school. Then you're gonna be wondering why you a 2-pump chump in the fucking bedroom, and why you weak as hell and can't run the block.
That's right. Now the funny thing is, when you drive Lyft and Uber or do the food deliveries, we drive all around Chicago, all throughout the city. You will find in these different neighborhoods, like you said, food deserts and so forth. And that this is how Esau actually dumbs down niggas and then moves out niggas and then put Esau in their place. You go to Inglewood right now, I can't count how many blocks have where you would normally have 15, 20 houses on one block, on one side of the block. If you look at the whole block, you have 40 houses on the block. They have 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? This is Esau's plan, is to kill Jake, push them out, and keep pushing Esau in. Their whole plan. The Lord says
in Inglewood to sit right off the Dan Ryan.
That's right.
Train that runs right through it.
Downtown in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They flipping it.
Huh?
Y'all just bought that out. So you put it on the camera. That's the food desert.
They had all the
beautiful. Where's it at? What do you put it
living the life. All they did
no, he just put it on the phone.
Okay.
Not only that,
that's a food desert.
Not only that, not only they give us food deserts, they give us the lowest quality of the food.
That's right.
D-level food.
Yep.
That's right.
ABCD. D-level food.
Yep.
That's
The Edomite lady, she went into the milk. How they put the milk in the Jake neighborhoods? It's the radioactive fucking milk.
Yep.
Like they giving milk from Chernobyl and shit.
Yep.
All right. Also, when you even go to like those, like the meat market in the hood, like this one on like right off King Drive or some shit.
Yeah.
No, it's right off Cottage. When you get that meat, now they give it to you at a good ass price, but you can see that it's fucked up because you cook it and you eat it. The chicken bones be so frail and braille, like
they brown as hell.
Yeah, they take it out, be brown.
I just saw that.
They got to run on 71st and State.
But that's what they do. You see, I went to Aldi's one time, and I'm looking at the potatoes and the different. I mean, that shit look like Frankenstein. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? They give you the
eat our food to fire.
That's beautiful. And why they getting that? This is what the brother Ariala just gave us: is healthy eating, negative 40% limited grocery access. This is in the niggerhood. Right. Negative 30, and I'm telling you, this is negative. I don't know if you can see it.
That's
negative. That means it's 40% less of having grocery access. Negative 30% children healthy eating challenge. Household income tied to healthy eating challenges. Source: Lori Children's Hospital. This is Esau saying this is what's happening in the niggerhood, and we see it. And when I drive around, here you go, brother. When I drive around day to day in these hoods, I'm seeing, and I did a video on it, Lem's Barbecue, which you got the Pope, all right, and I'm telling you, they got niggas wrapped outside the store, standing every 6 feet just to go. I mean, 15, 20 deep all day to get that Lem's Barbecue. I'm driving past White Castles at night. I'm seeing 20 cars in the drive-through. In the drive-through, how you the drive? You got cars on the street just waiting to get into the lot, to get to the window, to get Black Bam. This is, I've been seeing it at Popeyes, Wendy's, White Castles, Harold's. Matter of fact, the Harold's down the street from my job, they can't even, they only let 2 or 3 in a time,
I
and
bet
everybody
they-
else is outside
And I imagine the Esau's turning up on the chemicals and all that stuff.
all the time. All
They
the
got
time.
to. They know niggas gonna be there, man. Hey, like Maxwell's. Hey, man, look, God knows. Hey, like Maxwell's and White Castles, man, in Chicago in the summertime, man.
Pack.
Hey, we call them death traps, man.
Yep.
Hey, gangbangers look for other gangbangers to be there because everybody know everybody gonna fucking be there.
So
man.
now these niggas are getting their
Niggas
tax
gonna be at
returns.
these places, man.
Hey, niggas are getting their tax returns. Niggas are getting these stimulus checks. I'm hearing as people come in, and I hear people conversations. I'm always listening, and they're talking about, "Oh man, I just got my stimulus. Oh, did you file yourself? I got my taxes. Oh, I got to buy the bam." They're taking all this money and they're buying pizzas. They're buying fast food. They bought the bam instead of going to the grocery store and getting this food that's still relatively cheap but increasing. By the time it gets to them, they don't have no way out. Go ahead, bro.
Stupid. Hey, Yahweh Shai said it, man. He said the children of this world are wiser than the children of light, man.
That's right.
Because these niggas see this shit happening and they not even thinking just on a regular level. You know, we understand we ain't got to stockpile shit, but on a regular level, there's wisdom. All right, you see this happen, you don't know what's going on, you got no job. All right, take some of that money, get you a fucking deep freezer, and then you hit up a meat market, get that shit, and you get you some veggies, stuff the veggies in your fridge. You got a fridge full of veggies. You don't open the fridge all day long and keep the veggies fresh. Damn, they're freezing almost. Turn the fridge up high, keep it closed, and then you keep your meats in a deep freezer. When you ready to cook it, take it out and throw it.
Hey, man, what? Open up that freezer.
They got done, man. Hey, I got the Ezekiel for the elder.
I say this
Go
one
ahead,
time.
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And then the upstairs too. And that's how you do it. Right before you read, I just had a real quick comment from Kanasi. He just texted me. He said niggas was in front of the crab shack, 30 to 40 deep, not 6 feet apart, and none with mask on. But which we don't give a fuck about that part. But he was just saying niggas in front of the crab shack, 30, 40 deep.
Damn,
Two
we
crabs,
said
two
that.
fish.
We said
Yeah,
that.
two
We
fish.
said
I'm talking about
niggas
right
gonna
now.
be by the fucking
Yeah.
crab shack when as soon as it opened up.
And on
We
47,
said that last week.
that crab shack on 47 on the
Damn.
regular was already packed.
Yeah.
So now it's like
Super
extra.
packed. And that's
they get all the niggas at the crib turning up off the crab legs.
yeah. There's a picture that was in there.
We was going up there to meet my
That's a
to get some meat,
damn
stock it up. And Jake in there pitching. They got pennies pitching off their link card to get crab legs to show out the bitch. I only eat this for the kids. This
No.
bitch.
Yeah, I know. I had to deliver a couple of Zaz to different places, and motherfuckers breaking out the goddamn coin change and paying me $8, $9, $10 and change, along with the few little dollars they got. Niggas are breaking themselves for this GMO fucking no nutritious infected food, man.
And it's abomination, man.
That's right.
Some fucking sea roaches, man. This
right.
is Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles,
Right.
whether I will drive them.
That's kind of can't escape it, man.
Bad food, wherever you go.
Where's that in the Quran? Where's that in the Mahat? Where's that in the fucking Bhagavad Gita?
And then Dead Sea Scroll. I mean,
They shit. That's why you gotta go out to like the Edomite neighborhood to really get your shit or this is Jewish area.